We begin tonight with breaking news. 2 officers injured in a shooting on the southwest side. Just under an hour ago, officers took the suspected shooter into custody following an hours-long standoff.
3 big things to know right now. The 2 officers hurt in the shooting are in the hospital, and there's no word on their conditions. And before 9:30 tonight, the suspected shooter was arrested at an apartment complex on Highway 90 in West Oak. He has not been identified. And just minutes ago, police told us their homicide unit is leading the interrogation.
The shooting unfolding at 2 locations on the southwest side. The first at Oriental Avenue and then at Westward Drive. Police Chief William McManus says it started after a man with 3 warrants out for his arrest was spotted near Southtown. This then led to a chase, a carjacking, and standoff.
Our crews have been following this developing story all evening. We have team coverage tonight.
First, we start with Megan Vena, who's been live on the scene where the suspected shooter was taken into custody. Megan?
Well, what you see is, yes, we just heard from police minutes ago on an update on that suspect that was finally arrested by the SWAT team. It took about 3 hours to get him into custody without incident. That means no one else was hurt, which is definitely something that they are thankful for here. But this is a bittersweet night, as you know. A little bit more about that suspect. He is a 28-year-old man. Again, they're not releasing his identity just yet. He is on his way right now to be interrogated by that homicide unit, handling the investigation, because, of course, he shot 2 officers tonight. But again, this is still an ongoing situation. Behind me, you can see an active scene. Just down this road is actually where that apartment complex was, where he was barricaded for about 3 hours. And everyone inside that apartment complex was asked to evacuate during this situation. Everyone in that apartment complex is okay, but they're still not going to be allowed back in quite yet, because this still is an active crime scene. They're gathering evidence right now, still trying to get as much information as they can, because this was a very intense, very extensive crime scene and situation that unfolded tonight. But like I mentioned, really bittersweet. While that suspect, that shooter, is in custody and they're glad no one else was hurt, they still do have 2 officers that are hurt tonight. But I want to send it over right now to our Hannah Tita. She joins us live from another location where really this incident all unfolded to begin with. Hannah.
Yeah, that's right, Megan. It all started right here. We're at the corner of Floyd and Brazo Street, where you can see it's calm right now. But just hours ago, officers had this entire block taped off. Investigators say when police officers tried to take a violent criminal off the streets, they were met with gunfire. Shattered glass, an abandoned Mitsubishi with the driver's door still open. It's the first of 2 crime scenes that sent 2 officers to the hospital.
This individual is a very violent person. He was out on 2 bonds and currently is wanted on 3 warrants.
Police Chief William McManus says officers were tracking a wanted man this afternoon.
The individual left the apartment. He had a long gun with him. He got into a vehicle occupied by another person who was driving.
At some point, the passenger realized police were following him. That's when gunfire erupted on Floyd Avenue near Brazo Street.
And the person that we were looking for, who was riding passenger, started shooting at the car. One of the officers in the car was hit.
This torn-up back seat shows how the suspect fired through the back windshield. McManus says the 2 then got out of the vehicle and carjacked someone to make an escape.
It's a surprise for me when we came this way.
Nearby residents are shaken. McManus says police pursued the shooter as he headed west.
And fled in that to the Westwood Apartments behind us. At that point, we were still behind him. He fired at another officer, hit him multiple times.
We're told the shooter barricaded himself inside of an apartment on Westward Drive. Chopper video shows the massive response as police blocked the area off. Tonight, many are praying for the officers and their families.
I hope no one dies, that's for sure.
And of course, here on KENS 5, our thoughts are also with those officers and their families. As we've mentioned, their conditions have not been released yet. Henry Nisis.
Hannah, thank you. Now, the officers who were injured were taken to Brooke Army Medical Center and University Hospital.
Yeah, Andrew Moore joins us now from BAMC. And Andrew, what are you learning tonight?
Yeah, I'm here at Brooke Army Medical Center where one of those officers was taken. We found out that the other officer was taken to University Hospital. We found that out from Police Union President Danny Diaz. He wasn't able to tell us anything about their conditions, but we heard from the chief earlier today. One officer was shot at least once. The other officer was shot multiple times. Chief McManus said that both are in serious condition. He said that one had been on the force for 6 years and the other 4 years, respectively. Fortunately, a separate source has been able to tell us that at least the officer here at BAMC is expected to survive. We've seen multiple police vehicles going in and out from about 6 to 7:30. It's been pretty quiet since that time. I was able to speak to Danny Diaz around an hour ago. However, he couldn't give me any more specifics, but he could say that they are rallying around their brothers and sisters in blue right now for both of these officers. They are right now working to provide support to their families as well. Live at BAMC, Andrew Moore, KENS 5.
A lot of people rallying behind them. Thank you so much, Andrew. And you can follow any new developments on this story always online and through the KENS 5 app.